Hello and welcome to another video from me. My name is Jacob. I'm in Denmark. This is the channel New Sounds and Old. And as you can maybe tell from the records put on display here in the IKEA um, record holder thingies, I don't know the English word for that right now, sorry. Um, Shelves? I don't know. This video has sort of a disco theme to it because about a couple of months ago, maybe, I was asked to do or to be part of a DJing night at the local concert venue. A venue that I'm also myself involved with as I do a monthly music quiz. We just had one on Tuesday. I think we had 75 people taking part, which was very good. 2 months prior to that, we've had over 90. So it was a bit fewer people this month, but Easter holiday and so on, and well, no one can be there every single time. But anyways, at this concert venue, we also hold some disco, no, not some disco nights, but some DJ nights where some of us affiliated with the concert venue and friends of ours and so on, other people who are interested in music, bring some of our records and do like a DJ set with sort of a theme. And I was asked if I wanted to come and play some disco music, and I obviously agreed because I really love these nights. I love the DJing part of it, um, and I love disco music. So it was a no-brainer for me to agree to be part of the DJing team that night. Some time ago, I actually bought some record flight cases, if you will, and I'll show you this one. I bought one of these. This is for 12-inch records. This holds, I believe, 50 or 60 records. Um, so I just undid the lock here, so the top opens up like that. Then it actually, you can take it off if you want to, or you could just leave it up. And then inside this cabinet here, it's hard to show, fits I think around 60 12-inch records. I some time ago, as I said, I bought one of these big ones for 12-inch records, and I bought also two of these smaller, really adorable cases for 7-inch singles. So once again, opens up like that, and the lid does not come off of this box, but it just stays open like that. So you can flip through the records. Because I decided some time ago that I would like to own, the songs that I like and the songs that I would want to DJ with in the future. I really want to do more of that, if possible. I would like to own on 7-inch singles. So obviously, that is easier for older music up until I guess the beginning of the 90s. You can you can find 7-inch singles for some of the hits that you want to play, and with this disco theme, obviously there are a lot of singles out there that are just killer tracks and that are very easy and not as not as heavy to carry around in these smaller 7-inch flight cases than the big one filled with 60 records. That gets really heavy. This one is a lot lighter to carry around. But I got two of these, and they came in very handy for this DJing night. And to be able to have more stuff to play, for this DJing night, I decided to go on Discogs and just put a lot of the hits that I really wanted to include on 7-inch singles to my collection on my Discogs want list. And luckily, I was able to find most of these records, most of these singles, within just like 3 or 4 sellers. So I did a lot of 7-inch buying, and I'm just gonna go through some of the 7-inch disco singles that I got recently. So I'm starting off with the Whispers and their song "And the Beat Goes On." B-side is "Can You Do the Boogie." Both songs are absolutely amazing. The hit "And the Beat Goes On" is just a stellar disco-y, funky, soul-y tune. It's just absolutely amazing. Happy to get this. This one is a bit tough to see. I'll put it right onto the camera here. This is Odyssey and their brilliant disco song from 1980 called "Use It Up and Wear It Out." Um, an absolute killer. If you don't know it, go on to YouTube and check it out. Odyssey, "Use It Up and Wear It Out." Something that is very well known by a lot of people because it was included on the sorry, I have a bit of a cold and a cough. It was included on the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. So this is the Tramps and Disco Inferno parts 1 and 2. Of course, such a great song. Going into the early 80s and maybe a slight post disco-y feel. This is In Deep and Last Night a DJ Saved My Life. Still a great song. Yeah. Um, Maybe more soul-y, if you will. Well, it does have a disco feel and an absolute stonker. And this cover, I just love this. Gloria Gaynor, Never Can Say Goodbye. Look at that cover. That is just exquisite and such a great song. Um, B-side is We Just Can't Make It. And to be honest with you, I don't recall how that song goes. So there you go. One of my favorite songs from that era is Quincy Jones and his I No Corrida. B-side is There's a Train Leaving. Once again, I've completely forgotten how that song goes, but I No Corrida is such a great song. And yeah, happy to get that. A record that you, or a single that, if you're into this genre here, you have to have it. Basically, this is Shaka Khan and I'm Every Woman. And B-side is A Woman in a Man's World. So there's a theme here, I guess, with the two songs. This is an Italian pressing, and one of the very few Italian pressings that I own on any format, to be honest. But yeah, that's a great song too. As is this one from A Taste of Honey. This is Boogie Oogie Oogie with the B-side World Spin on Capitol Records. I don't really recall if A Taste of Honey had additional hits. To be honest with you, right now I don't recall, but this one is a very very good song. Someone that I think maybe some of you might not know, but again, great song. This is Booker Newberry the Third, and the hit is the title on top here, Love Town. B-side is Doing What Comes Naturally, but Love Town is, this must be, I don't recall, this must be 80, 83. So this is, again, like post-disco, if that's a thing, but like more electronic disco, if you will. But once again, just an amazing song. One of my favorites, for sure. This one is also a favorite. This is maybe a little more pop. This was released in 1980. This is Stephanie Mills and her really sweet disco pop tune, Never Knew Love Like This Before. This is a Dutch pressing, Funda Nova LP. Yeah, Stephanie Mills, great song. And I mean, these are all great songs, so I'm just repeating myself. Um, Another early 80s hit, at least sound wise. Yeah, well, 1980. So there you go. So Your Own Peoples and Don't Stop the Music. Wow, an amazing song too. Um, B side is You're My Song. Someone has written the name Patricia on the cover, but it's all about the music. I don't care. These were, of course, all relatively cheap, like from like in U.S. currency, from like uh, maybe just shy of $1 to like $4, maybe for the maybe $5 for the most expensive one. But yeah, you can get you know that great music um, for small amounts. And 7-inch singles. If you're not DJing, it's the easiest. The other guys who were there, they were all, um, they all came with their albums and they want to play album tracks, and so they were old farts like me who lost a good portion of their eyesight trying to figure out, well, I need to play track 4 on side 1 of this. So they're standing there and counting and everything, and I just whipped out the 7-inch singles and just started it at the start of the record. And yeah, it's a lot easier for DJing with the 7-inch singles. One of my favorite bands from the disco era is Chic, and this is I Want Your Love. B-side is Funny Bone, which is also a great song. Yeah. Um, Nile Rodgers, of course, on the far left here, just announced that he is this year one of the 2 recipients of the Polar Music Prize. Um, and this has been mentioned by a radio host here in Denmark as the Nobel Prize in Disco, which I thought was very suitable. But Chic, I Want Your Love, Chic just had, with a bunch of their hits, just such a great sound. Um, and they've been sampled to death by newer artists, hip hop and soul and rap and so on. So yeah, Chic, I Want Your Love, and also produced by Nile Rodgers, sorry, Nile Rodgers and Bernard Edwards from Chic is, of course, Sister Sledge, and He's the Greatest Dancer. Um, this is the one sampled on Getting Jiggy With It, right? From Will Smith, I think it was. And the B side is, I don't recall the B side now. B side is Somebody Loves Me, which was, I think, was also a great song from the album We Are Family. Yeah, but Sister Sledge, He's the Greatest Dancer. This one is a bit later in the 80s and maybe not disco-y, but I had to get this as well. 1985. Um, a band very much inspired by Prince, by Prince and his early 80s output and Prince and Revolution. This is the band Ready for the World and the song Oh Sheila. Um, Very good song. It doesn't really fit into this disco period here, but I saw this with one of the sellers and I just needed to pick it up. Something that is very very disco, and like a benchmark, if you will, um, is of course Donna Summer, and this is the A side on this one is actually no, the A side is I Feel Love, and the B side is Can't We Just Sit Down and Talk It Over. Um, I Feel Love, of course, produced by Giorgio Moroder, the Italian German wizard, who came up with this electronic sound that was just had never been done before. And I Feel Love is a classic. And when I played this, everybody was just getting into the groove, basically, and jumping to the beat, if you will, as was Stacy Lattisaw on this amazing track, Jump to the Beat. I would think that this is, as I recall, maybe also in the early 80s, yeah, 1980. I don't know if that many people know this song, but Stacy Lattisaw, Jump to the Beat. Um, she was very young when this was recorded. She has a very childish voice, like not childish, but a very young voice. but it's a great song. I'm gonna leave this one for later. No, let's just do it now. One of my absolute favorite songs, and this is maybe more soul than it is disco, but it does have a like a disco feel. Sharon Red and Can You Handle It? That is just an top 10 all-time track for me. Wow, that song is so good. Released in 1981. Sharon Red, Can You Handle It? If you don't know it, like cut up this video now. Don't even bother watching the rest of the stuff that I have to show you. Just stop this video right now and play this one instead. Sharon Red, Can You Handle It? An all-time favorite track. Um, yeah, I thought that I had already shown this, but that was because of the cover, which was very similar to the first one. So the Whispers and the Beat Goes On. This is Average White Band, and Let's Go Round Again, parts 1 and 2. Another great song, disco soul song. Yeah, it's it's just all killer no filler here. Another one from Odyssey, Going Back to My Roots, from the album I Got the Melody, released in 1981. Another amazing song. Um, yeah, Odyssey. This one is also a favorite of mine. George Benson and Give Me the Night. Like maybe a bit more laid back, kind of jazzy. Um, because of the way he plays the guitar, but it still has like this disco-y feel. Released in 1970 something. It doesn't say. No, 1980. Sorry, 1980. George Benson, Give Me the Night. An absolute killer hit. And I think that maybe I've shown this one already. Now we're up into the early 90s. This is 92, but still a great song and has like this new disco feel. Um, there was a period in the early 90s in Britain where a lot of bands came out. The Brand New Heavies came out playing like a funky, soul-y disco thing. And also Incognito, and this is their cover of, I think, Stevie Wonder's Don't You Worry About a Thing, right? Wasn't it a Stevie Wonder song? I think it was. Um, Let me just, no, doesn't matter. But Incognito, Don't You Worry About a Thing. Two early 80s songs coming up from the same band. Imagination, Just an Illusion, a great song. Great song. And another one from them, which is maybe even better. This is Music and Lights, also from Imagination. Another hit. And then finally, a newer disco hit, if you will. And this has been very popular lately due to it appearing in a film that I haven't seen, I have to say. But Sophie Ellis-Bextor and Murder on the Dance Floor was featured in the film Saltburn, which I think is on Disney Plus, maybe, streaming services. And I mean, this is like almost like 20 years old, I believe. And it suddenly almost made it to the top of the charts again in Britain. And so they did this reissue. Um, like this is a new print from this year, a reissue of Murder on the Dance Floor on a red 7-inch vinyl. Check it out, Murder on the Dance Floor. Yeah, and this of course also went down very, very good when I played it at the disco night. And those are the 7-inch disco. Sorry, there's a cat running around. 7-inch disco-y singles that I want to show in this video. If you do some DJing yourself, if you do, you already know this and you already have these cases as well. But you know, if you're into 7-inch singles, these flight cases are a neat way to carry around or to transport your singles. I think this case here, I think also loads about 50 or 60 singles, and you know, it doesn't weigh anything. It's practical and it's easy and it's it's good fun. So that's definitely a tip worth checking out. And that's it for this disco fuel video here. And until next time, take care.